Hello again, and welcome to another tutorial. And this time I will take my old Ai-s Nikkor 24mm 2.8 and give some lens cleaning, because it's yeah, it seems to be there is a lot of what you say specs and elements and some hair or whatever it is in this. I mean, from here it looks okay, even on the back of the lens group, yeah, but if we take a light, a small torch, and looks put the light through it, it will look, well, oh sorry, slightly different. Or if we do it in the other way, it will look, I mean, there are some hairs and see some elements in there, and it's not really good. So how to do that? Well, first I will take the whole take the whole front off and make that, and then the back lens group. So yeah, let's go ahead. We also need some tools, and those rubber cones, which is very handy in different size, and of course some screwdrivers, a JIS. I know this is a PH00, but this is actually I have filed the sharp tip so it can act as a JIS00. And then a 1.2mm flathead screwdriver also need. And in this case I also use a PH0, which I also have filed and grind so it can fit perfect in the screw, so it will act as a JIS0. Of course some tweezers is very handy, and this small lens sucker, which is really handy, and then some fluid, lighter fluid, some nail polish remover, some Eclipse lens cleaning, optic cleaning or whatever, and of course some PEC-PADs, really good, and some gloves for operation or to work with the and of course the thread lock, Loctite 222, which is the soft purple colored. So let's go ahead. What do you do? We take off the rubber grip. I use my dentist tool, which is very handy with soft corners, and really handy for working with the lenses and small parts. One can use whatever they, of course, use a screwdriver or a very bad knife. So that's it. Now there is a ring that sits on the focus ring that needs to be unscrewed. I just set a mark here so it will be easier. In some lenses there is actually a thread lock in this hole to lock the front, I mean the ring on the focus ring. So how to do that? I mean, to if there is any thread lock in here, we'll just use some nail polish remover and add some and just let it suck in. this is just for showing. I mean, I have been into this lens before, so I know how it actually looks. And then if you cannot take it off, you probably can use one of those cones. This is, I mean, too small, so I actually can get a jar opener which is really handy. There are many different sizes, so I guess one would fit one that actually can be used for that. And if we do so, maybe it will work, maybe not. Normally I would use my sticky gloves to just get the ring off, have a good grip here, and then just unscrew it. Of course this is not tight, but just for showing. Now then we are inside here. There's a small set screw which I need to unscrew. I mean, not unscrew, just loosen. Just a few turns and it will be loose enough to unscrew. Let's see. 1, 2, and that should be enough to unscrew it. It can't sit tight, so have a good grip here. And it comes off. You see, in this lens the nameplate is together with the front ring here. So this is how it looks. Nothing special. Now the front lens group, it's not necessary actually to take the lens assembly with aperture plates and all that stuff out. I could just unscrew the front lens group by using my my lens tool, my old compass, which I have filed and grind. So it's actually fit perfect in those small notches, grooves, or whatever people call them. It's adjustable, so I can use it for many lenses and other different things. The front lens group can sit tight, so have a good grip on it. And it does not sit that hard in this lens, but maybe in your lens it can sit tight. So fully unscrew this, and that's it. So this is a bit different from the what do you say, the older Ai-s Nikkor lens with the same 24mm 1.2 to 2.8. This is very different made compared to this one. So this lens assembly here I also will take out. There are two holes here, not holes but two boring, I don't know the name, but yeah. One can use another lens spinner like this one. It's just an old adjustable, which I also have filed and grind, so it works pretty good. So sometimes you have to make your own tools. This one can sit tight, so but it needs to be unscrewed fully. Oh, there was some dust things, so just get rid of those. It's interesting to see how good this lens will be after this treatment. So that was part of it. And then there are some handy tweezers. A tweezer. Just let it come out. There you see the aperture system. But that's not part of this story, or this case. So here you actually see the middle group, I guess it would call. And if there's nothing there, I do not need to open it up. But there is something. Is it on the inner back element, or is it on the there's something there you can see. And there's also something maybe inside. Now I will just put this aside and take the front lens group first. So there's a front ring here which holds the front, the very front lens. And also here we need to have a good grip on this. So let's see how we can do it. I think I will get another glove and see how it will go. Sometimes they are really tight and sometimes they use thread lock. As you can see here, they use some thread lock on this ring, and therefore we use some nail polish remover, which is very handy in this case, and just let it suck in here. And the cotton bud has to be wet, really wet of this nail polish remover. Where did it go? Something here. Just let it suck in. And then it should be more possible. Maybe I just use the gloves, or I could use, it's a bit too big. Maybe the other one. Okay, it fits perfect. Yeah. So have a good grip on it. And then fully unscrew it. So that's it. Just a retaining ring. And then the lens actually can pop out in your hand by twist it. So this is the most front element. Looks like that. The curved side is here and the flat side is here. So take care of that when you assemble the lens again. This side here is really curved, so but it has to be taken out here from this retaining ring here that holds this element and the next element. There are actually more than one expect. So let's see how this front lens element actually can be treated. Maybe I should just when I have my gloves on, I could take out this retaining ring, and of course just loosen them. It will be a little easier when taking gloves on and off all the time. So just add a lot of thread lock, nail polish remover. Acetone could also be used. It's almost the same, but it's really good. And then the inner ring. Take care of not splash on the lens element. This only have to be on the retaining ring. A funny thing, if you just add some on the ring here, it will suck all the way around itself. So it's actually very handy. It will evaporate very quickly. So let's see how it will go. So, and then have a good grip on it. And then so it's loose, and then I will just I will loosen the next with another tool, and hopefully it will come off. Yeah, it's also worked perfect. So then it's much easier. Unscrew it and let's see what's happened. Okay, well, I didn't expect that, but there's a lot of rings and lenses in this 24mm. I haven't been in here, so but I also need to add some thread locker here, so you can see there's some. Let's see where it was. Somewhere over here. Just add a little. And then we'll also unscrew this. See how it will go. Have a good grip here so it will not damage the lens. Comes free. Very good. Hehe. Oh, I need some new battery in my video camera, so we'll just take a break in a short time. And then loosen this ring. So all rings, almost all rings are almost loose. Yeah, do you mind? So, and then it's time for some battery change. We'll be back in a moment. And then it's time to do the cleaning, the actual cleaning. So use some PEC-PAD. I cut them in two because the lens element is actually small. Sorry. So it will be easier to just instead of using a whole piece, I just cut it, and it works okay. Now we begin with the yeah, let's take the inner element, which is this one, and let's see how it actually looks. Well, there are really some, it's kind of a haze or something. So let's see what we can do about it. The retaining ring comes off, and then I think we'll use this and let it fall in to the rubber thingy. So it looks like this. And let's see what we can do about it. Maybe this one doesn't fit, but this one could be used. So I'll just take the inside first and then the outside. So, and then some lens tissue and the Eclipse. I think I will try with that, but maybe a lighter fluid will work better. Depends. Yeah, I think it looks really good. So turn it over and let's do the other side, which is, it doesn't really look that good, but hopefully it will work better. Let's see. Wow, I think it will be really fine. I mean, it looks really a lot better. There's some over here. Maybe the lighter fluid will work better. I think I will try that. Sometimes PEC-PAD is good. I mean, sometimes the Eclipse is good and sometimes not. So let's see how it will go. Yeah. I think it's only dust that is on. Oh, there's still something. Let's do it again. See how it will go. Wow, that's pretty good. Fine. It's amazing how little actual one has to use on the lighter fluid or so. So I'll just put the lens in again, flip it over, and the retaining ring will go in. And I will just screw it in. Come on, little fellow. There. And then tighten it. So that's really good. Okay, the next element will come out, and let's see if we can do this. They are so handy, those rubber cones. When working with, oh come on, see how it will go. This is a bit tight. I think it's the thread lock that so now it's free. And again I will just pop it out in my those rubber cones. Then it's free. Oh, some. And how does it look? Well, actually, I think there is no need for doing any. Maybe, yeah, I'll do it anyway. So find a rubber cone that fits, like this one, to get a better grip. I'll just put another cone in the other one, the first one. Now let's see how this can be done. Just need another PEC-PAD, a half one. And let's see how it'll go. It's really a deep lens, so it's interesting to see how it will work. Yeah, I think it's okay. And then the other side. And then it's not that good to have two cones in one. I need the better take this here, because then the rubber is not that big. It will be easier to handle the lens. Now let's see what we can do about this. There's no need for any pressure on this. It's just the fluid that makes the job. Is there anything left? Oh, it's on the inside. Yeah. I think it's absolutely okay to me. There's some dust on it. Yeah, I think it's fine for now. just need to put this aside and then just do some so there will not be too much of all those small dots thing, and then use this cone and put it in, flip it over, and the retaining ring will come in. So maybe one of those can be used for do some screwing in, and can it be used? It's not the best. I mean, it works, but not all the way. Then I use my lens tool to fully tighten the retaining ring. Gently. Oh, it's always coming something in here. So I think this one will go pretty good. So that's it. And then I will put the back lens element into the front housing. Let's see how it will go. There can be some of the thread lock that maybe will flew around and do fool around in here, but that's it. See how it will look. I mean, it's really much better. Wow. Now the front lens itself. Not big enough. I mean, too big. Maybe this one, yeah, I think this one will work pretty good. So just maybe this one. Yeah, difficult. So I will just begin with the front lens surface, the most front. Use some lighter fluid. And do some rotation. Sometimes the thing on the lens will not go away, but let's see how it will go on this one. There's still some on the edge, but I think it will be, well, I think it's fine for now. There are some marks on the lens. I mean, it's not new lens, but so and then the inner part of the, I mean the inside of the lens element. See how it will look. Let's see. I mean, it's much better than it was. So even if the lens is not new, so much better. And then add the lens to here. Put it in. And then add the front retaining ring and tighten it. So with a rubber cone. So that was actually the front lens group. I mean, the front surface needs some, but to me it's really much better than it was. Before it was actually some haze or something like that. Now, the inner lens group, or the middle lens group, I don't know the name, but it's a bit different because there's a small retaining ring here, which I have to unscrew and take out the lens element. But how does it actually look? I'll just do it anyway, just for showing people how it looks. So there are some thread lock on here, which you can see, and I will also do the little trick with the nail polish remover and just add some, and it will actually find its way all the way around in the thread, so it should be quite easy to unscrew. But let's see how it will go. Yeah, something like that. And then have a good grip on this one and unscrew it. So, and take out the retaining ring. I just use my tweezer because it looks like there's some nail polish remover on, so I will just use the blower to let it evaporate, because if not it will just destroy my gloves, so there's no need for that. Now this lens element is really tight, so this is how it looks, and it is facing like this. This is the front. I mean, you cannot screw it in a different way because then something will be destroyed, but let's see, because there is a spacer in here. So if I can get that out with my very handy dentist tool. It's actually a spacer, it's kind of Yeah. And they also have to face correct. It will say this surface here has to go in here, and the other is completely flat. So it has to go at the front against this lens, as you can see. So this is how it looks. But let's see if this lens actually is okay, or it needs some. Yeah. You can see there a mark from the spacer. And there is also some dust in here. But what about this lens element? Yeah, it also needs some. So, but it's more different. I mean, it's more difficult to come into this lens because it's glued into this this part. So one cannot just, maybe I can push it. Oh yes, wow. It's actually not glued in. Wow, that was interesting. So it can just pop out in my hand, which is really good. So I can do a full. The surface here is flat, and I would guess this inside here is not flat. So let's see if I can use my lens sucker to take it out. Not really that lucky. Maybe I just need to push on it gently, then use the lens sucker. Yes, here it will come out. Okay. So it can only sit in one way, both of the lens. But remember, the spacer has to sit like this. So the actual lens group is something like that. Now that was interesting. So I think I will just do the outside first. Oh, doesn't fit. Maybe this one. Oh, this one. Yeah, it can be used for that. Put it in the bigger one. So it's something like that. Then you have a better grip on it. It's so handy, this tool. It's amazing. Thanks, Richard. Now some lens tissue. How will it look? Yeah, I think it will be fine. Maybe I should do the opposite. I mean, this surface first and the other after that. But I will do it anyway. Wow. It's amazing. Yeah, there was some specks on, but it's only dust. So I would guess not yet. It's only on this surface here. So I will do the inside of the lens element. Sometimes you have to do it twice to get all the dust away. Yeah. Interesting work. See? It looks so great. Get rid of all those dust things. And then put the lens back into where it was. The lens sucker. So, and the spacer will go in. Just let it fall into place. So, and then the front inner element also needs some treatment. Can this go in here? No, but it can go in here. Ah, that's fine. It can fit in there, and this one can fit in there. So I'll just do the inside first. No, actually the outside. More of those lens tissue. Go. That was something. Not that good. Have to do it again. Yeah, that was... Well, it's better. Some dust and away with that. And the outside. I mean, that's actually the inside. Can it fit there? Can it fit there? It's more stable. Yeah. I think we'll go. And then more lens tissue. Yeah, it's actually okay in my opinion. Now this is much better than it was. So then I will just pop the lens in here. It's really tight fit. And then the retaining ring goes on, lock into place, and tighten it gently. So let's see how it goes. Yeah, wow, much better. Whew. Now then I can actually just put it in the the body again and make the back lens group. There will always be some dust around here, but it will disappear. So put it in and find the thread. It's there. And then just tighten, fully screw it in. Now that's actually an interesting lens. I expected it was more difficult to get into the inner element. Wow, this is really good. Then I can just add the front lens group, put it in, and then it's time to do the back lens group. So, and tighten the front, and actually put the name ring on, because there's no need for taking out the inner body. So that's it. And then I can just add this name ring. And then the front of the focus ring will also go in. Where's the thread? Sometimes it can be a little difficult. Come on. So, there it is. Forgot something. The small set screw has to be tightened, of course. There. Of course, therefore I couldn't get the focus front ring. So there we are. And that's it. And the rubber grip. So here we are. And then it's time for the out of memory. So I will continue with the back lens group in a short time. So be back in a moment. So the back lens group will be the next subject for cleaning. It will make it a lot more easier to get into the back lens group when taking off the mount. I mean, there are two holes here, not holes, but things you can put a lens tool on, but it will only unscrew the retaining ring where the lens sits in. So it's better, in my opinion, because I've done it, to unscrew the 3 screws and take out the lens mount. So I need a screwdriver. Those 3 screws can sit really tight, and if it does, one just use some nail polish remover and add on here and let it suck into the screw thread. And in that way it will make it a lot easier to unscrew the screw, because the nail polish remover will soften the thread lock. But of course its acetone could also be used, but it stinks more. So, and off with the mount. Now set the aperture ring to something like 22 and take off the mount. Well, it doesn't really matter. One could just set it on 2.8, maybe it's easier. It's spring loaded, but this fork here will go into the pin down here. Maybe you can see here. And of course we can also take off the curved ring here. More things here to come around. Now could also just take off the, wow, it's really dirty here. Need some cleaning, but not this case. But the whole back lens group is here, and one can just use a rubber tool and put it over. Maybe not this one. Maybe this one would fit better. Well, I think I will just use this. They are a bit flexible. So it doesn't really sit that tight. I mean, if it does, just to be to take that, there's a small hole here. There's a small hole there where you could add some nail polish remover to soften the just show if there is if this back lens group is too tight, you just add a little and let it suck into the hole and into the thread. Of course then it will be a lot easier now to unscrew it. If you have other rubber tools, you can just use those. And then it's easy to just unscrew it. So, and that's actually that. I keep the aperture closed, so there will be less dust inside. So just put it aside here, and then we can keep our eyes on the back lens group. There is a ring here where the back, the very back, the most back lens element is set into. So I need a good grip. This one, it can work pretty good. Then I have a good grip. Then again, some nail polish remover only on the edge of this one, because there is some thread lock here. Just add a little, and maybe over here. The nail polish remover will be sucked in the thread and soften it. And then with my lens tool here, I can just have a good grip here, and then unscrew it. Sits tight. Even if I took a sneak peek in here. So that's the back lens, most back lens. And of course there is another one in here. So one more retaining ring, or actually the lens sits in the retaining ring. But hold on a second before we do anything. Just need some light through this and see how it looks before doing anything. Well, it's not bad. There's some haze in here, and how about the most back? Here, there's some haze inside, but that is not bad. But how about the rest of it? Yeah, you can see there's some haze. It would be good if I could clean that out. So again, my lens tool, and again I will use some nail polish remover to put in here, because also there's also some thread lock on here. And it's just a tiny amount. So that's it. Let it sit for a few seconds, and then put in another tool, and then unscrew it. So here we are. It's free. Then with a tweezer, I can take the lens out with its retaining ring. Put it somewhere. And again, wow, even more. There are more of those, this thread lock. And I have to do it again. This just add a little. So it will disappear quickly. I mean, evaporate really fast. So again, and let's see how it will. Sits tight. So here it is. Gently hold the tool and then add my tweezer. And then here it comes out. Another lens. Let's see, how many lens elements do we actually have? And there. And there's something in here. Now, I'm not quite sure I can take that out. But as with the lens element in the middle lens group, maybe it can be pressed out. Not sure about that. No. It will make it a little more difficult to get to clean this. But let's see how it looks. It's not bad, but there's something on the back of the lens here. Don't know what it is. But let's do some cleaning. Let's see how it will go. This is too big and this is... Okay, I can do so, not so. How about this? Can it go? I mean, there are many sizes of those rubber cone, but well, I'll just use this one. This is too big. Too big. Well, and a lens tissue, some lighter fluid. Let it suck in a little. Yeah, there are still some scratch. Well, I'm not the first one who has been into this lens, but let's see if I can do some little pressure on it. No. It's just scratch. So there's nothing I can do about it. But just do the final cleaning of this. Yeah. Damn. Those scratches, there's nothing to do about it. But let's see if there is any haze in here. Yeah. There's still some. I mean, I haven't cleaned it yet, but so let's see if I can do it better. See how it will go. It's can be a little difficult to get into those here. It's not the best way of doing that, because you can see there's still some not the best one. Maybe I should use some cotton bud on this one. To take the rest of it will work. Well, that's not bad. I mean, that's okay to me. Let's see the next inner. And there's something. There's really something on it. Maybe you can see there is a kind of maybe it's better than the other side. Turn it over. There are some, it looks like it's some haze or whatever. It's difficult to see. But let's see how I can do about it. So, and what if I just use a cotton bud and wrap some lens tissue on it? How will it go? Because some of those lens surface is a bit difficult to actually go into. It really helps a lot. Wow, that's great. So how about the other side? Oh, that's pretty good. It's absolutely great. Wow, there's no specks. Then I can just put it in again. There's still something in here. Another. Something over here. I think it will be okay. And then add the lens element. So, no dust, no dust, okay. Then put it in. So it says click, and then I got the thread. So it'll be good. Damn, it's not good with those scratches, but there's nothing I can do about it, so just, yeah, use it. Exactly. Now the next element. See, it's a bit, okay, there's some haze. It looks like it's something spin from the, maybe it's beginning of fungus, I don't know. Maybe not. Is there any other that is better for that? Nah. I will guess this one is better. So, and a lens tissue. I think I will do it better with some cotton bud and roll it into kind of something like that. So maybe it can work. It's not bad, but I mean, it could be better. Just need some more, and then I think this one will do the trick. In the edge all the way around. Yeah, I think it's fine for now. Then the other side. Some lens tissue. let's see how it looks. There's still something. I'll just try to use some Eclipse. Let it okay, it's okay for now. It will not be perfect because it seems like there is something on the maybe it's haze or whatever, don't know, but I give it a try, so do the best I can. There's still something here. Need some. Because there was something here. And since I do not have a clean room, I just need to use their handy blower here and get all the dust things away the best I can. And then put in this lens element. Have to say click there, and then just screw it in. We are almost there. Just need the very back lens group, lens element. So it's done. And to me, it looks really much better. Still, the lens is not new. So, yeah, and what does this look? Something. Yeah. Again, some lens tissue here. There's something on it. Yeah. I think I want just to use another one. One can use a lot of those lens tissue, but what else to do? Maybe I should try it in a different way of doing, like this. Well, it was a little better in some case, but still not good. It looks like there is something on the lens surface. Some kind of grease or whatever. Dirt. It will not disappear. Okay, maybe it's better to just do the back and then let's see how it will look after that, because it's not the outside is okay, but the inside is not good. And that time and last time. Yeah, there's still something over here which I cannot remove. There's still something on. It will not be that good no matter what I do. Maybe if I do so, I'll just let the just let this paper do the work. No, it's not good. There's still something on the surface which I cannot remove, so, well, it's the best it can be. So, and again, it's not a new lens, so sad to say. And then put it back into the lens. Come on, little thread here. I mean, even if those scratches are on the lens surface, it does really look much better. Is it possible to open it? No, it's not. Of course I need the aperture ring and the curved ring. I don't know the name of it, but I know where it should sit. So this one goes here. Just click it into place. The fork here goes into the pin here, and this pin here, then you have to move the outside pin here when you put it in to catch the curve here. So just need to find the hook there, put it on, and then just move, and then it will go into place. A screwdriver. I could use some thread lock, but well, it's not a problem for this lens. So that's it. So let's see how it looks with some light on. Yeah. I mean, it's not a new lens, so one cannot expect much. But still, I mean, it's really much better than it was. So hope you can use the information in this film, and hope you enjoy the content. That's all for me from now. Bye bye.